Trinda here. Today I'm bringing you the AuthorTube editing tag, and I got this tag from Julian Greystoke. Number 1, what is your favorite thing about editing a manuscript? I think my favorite thing about editing a manuscript is seeing how far I've improved my writing skills. From draft to draft, I like being able to see my improvements and how I've changed my manuscript. What is your least favorite thing about editing a manuscript? I think my least favorite thing about editing a manuscript is just seeing the horrible sludge that comes out of my brain sometimes. Would you prefer to edit a short story or a novel? Why? I prefer editing short stories just because they are shorter in general, and I find it easier to cut things away than to add things like plot lines and structure that would complete a whole novel in general. And I have a little bit more experience with short stories. How long does your editing process take on average? If it's a short story, I'd say my editing process takes about 2 days through all the different drafts, and then I'd say that that's about average for the amount of time I spend per scene on my manuscripts as well. What is the first thing you do when editing? The first thing I do when editing is to read through it and make sure I'm not missing any scenes, I'm not missing any major details, and just fixing some of the global problems that I see with my manuscript. What is the last thing you do when editing? The last thing I do when editing is to go through the grammar and the diction and all the little tiny modifications that I make, along with gender pronouns and other very specific things to the story for window dressing, as some would put it. Why does editing matter to you? Editing matters to me because it shows that you've put effort into your work and that you have a sense of pride. You want it to be the best it can be, and it's not just something that you pump out of your brain and toss it to the side for others to read. Do you prefer editing to writing or vice versa? I definitely prefer writing because that's where my love is. Editing is refining the statue that I made prior. Talk briefly about your editing process and why you choose to use the process you do. When I first start my editing process, I tend to type up what I've written by hand and go through and make sure the software translated it properly. And while I'm doing this, I tend to do a first draft edit and add any additional scenes that I think are missing or rewrite anything that needs to be written at the time. After that, I like to go through and read it again just to see if I'm missing anything else or if anything that I changed when I rewrote something didn't make sense. That's when I go to my favorite piece of software for editing, which is called ProWritingAid, and I input my text there to see where some problem areas are that I can improve, such as adjectives, diction, and sentence length. This step really helps me to see what I'm doing wrong and what areas need improvement and where someone might have a little hard time reading things. And then I can make those improvements along with some grammar checks and a few other things as well. At that point, I introduce beta readers to get some feedback from actual people and see where the problem areas are that need improvement for readability. After that's all done and I've gone through the ProWritingAid and fixed any grammar and small details, that's when it goes off to the editor and it's given a final proofread and often a few other changes before it's sent off for publication. So that's all the questions for now, guys. I will be tagging Erica's Words and Jenna the Dark One, and I will put their channel links down below in the description. Revival Episode 3 is now available for anyone who has an ebook, and I will be getting Revival Episode 4 up and available for pre-order as soon as I have time. Videos will still be a little sparse, but I'm working on getting back into my regular schedule once things start to settle down. If you haven't checked out my Patreon yet, make sure to head over there. There's always free ebooks and a few other world-building things and behind-the-scenes aspects of my writing that I put up for my patron. And I have my mailing list set up now, so you can get a free ebook by signing up, and I will put the link down below with all the others. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!